Hi, I'm Michael Salas from Vantage Point Counseling. Today, what I wanted to do is take some time and talk about open relationships and open relationship styles and some of the common things that I see for people who are coming into therapy for or who are in open relationships. When one person is struggling to communicate with other people in the relationship or the other person in the relationship, they can really lead to a lot of issues because a lot of times there are assumptions that are being made that the other person should respect boundaries that they're not totally clear on. And it can appear that other people in the relationship just don't want to be clear on those boundaries when in fact they're legitimately unclear about what they are and the importance of them. And the importance is something that is actually very important. When others don't know why the boundaries are even important, they tend to not listen, they tend to invalidate them, and they tend to just kind of do what they want to do anyway. So this obviously leads to a lot of issues, which kind of segues into another common issue in these types of relationships, which is trust. More open relationship styles have to have a lot of trust involved. There has to be open dialogue, but there has to be trust that dialogue matters to the other people involved. So really being able to openly discuss that and trust that, number one, that the person's going to be willing to hear what you have to say about it, but also be willing to stand with the negotiation and hold to it that you have about those boundaries. Boundaries are also a personal issue. This is something that I see in therapy a lot as well, where a person kind of stumbles into a more open relationship style. They might stumble into it because they just think that the person's going to want to date or want to, have sexual relationships or other relationships with other people anyway. This leads to a lot of problems though, because when we don't hold to our own personal boundaries and communicate them with somebody else, we tend to harbor a lot of resentment. So this is something that is extremely critical to communicate, open up about, and personally identify. That personal identification tends to be a really critical part to a lot of the therapy that I offer these relationships that are struggling in a more open relationship style. Now, I also see people who are interested in opening up their relationship, but they're not really sure whether they want to actually do it, what steps they should take to prevent a lot of the issues that I'm talking about in this first part. And so that's another reason that a lot of people come into therapy, is that they are trying to figure out if this is something that could be workable for them, but they are struggling sexually with each other. There's a lot of frustration, and so they feel like opening up their relationship might help with some of that sexual frustration. This can be true for some people. However, there needs to be a lot of caution before proceeding to that step. Some couples will seek opening up their relationship. However, the expectations they have are kind of unrealistic about that, in that they might actually be dealing with other relationship problems that they're not identifying, and they're using the opening of their relationship as a way to sort of overcome other issues. And a big problem with that is they don't end up dialoguing about those issues. So those issues don't go away just because the couple starts opening up the relationship, or starts to be more open, or the couple starts to introduce other people into their relationship, or starts to have relationships with other people. It's important to note that open relationships aren't for everyone. So if you're somebody who is thinking about entering into that arena, it's really important to know, your own motivation, your own boundaries, and to become very real and authentic about what it is that you are wanting out of that. This will help you to communicate more openly and to really identify what it is that you're looking for and why. And in that negotiation process with your partner or partners, it'll help to prevent, problems from occurring that, really are avoidable if open communication is the focus. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this today, and I hope this helps if this is something that you're considering. And if there's any way that I can help, please feel free to visit us at vantagepointdallascounseling.com or send us an email. Thank you so much. Bye.